my fellow comic book collectors. This is part 2 of this kind of smaller Stackry unboxing. And there's some really great stuff that I want to show you. I hope you enjoy these unboxing videos. I do. I think they're fun. This one is going to be a bit shorter. I have like 2 stacks to go through. So this is the first stack, and then there's a second stack which has a fair number of books. But when it's less comics, it makes it a little easier to kind of get into the details of the comics and, you know, give you a bit better understanding of why is it that I'm buying all these crazy comics. And the first one, this is kind of a cool thing, this is a really great comic. I really like this. So it kind of like my Friday challenges that I put out every Friday kind of gets me into finding certain kind of cool things. And this was kind of related to that. So I did a video where, as a Friday challenge, where I was talking about train covers. And I realized in my collection, I don't have many train covers. And I was kind of disappointed in a way, because I would have thought there was more train covers in my collection. But then I started searching, oh, what are some really great train covers? And ended up seeing this book. And I was like, wow, that's a really great cover. I really like it. Not only for the train, but for just the cover itself and for the character, a character I really like. So just so many things going on for this book. This is Shadow Comics number 7, volume 7, number 3. And if you're not familiar with the Shadow, he was a character that I wasn't necessarily familiar with through the comics. But I did watch the Shadow movie with, I think it's Alec Baldwin. I really enjoyed that movie. I was a big fan. I was like, and then I got into trying to find his comics. I really didn't do a good job of finding his comics because they're fairly old. It's Golden Age, Platinum Age books. And this is a Golden Age book of the Shadow. And so I was like, oh, I finally get a Golden Age Shadow in my collection. I have some like modern stuff from DC Comics that they did for Shadow, but I never had the Golden Age stuff. So I just always wanted a Golden Age Shadow comic in my collection. And this is that first one. And it's just it's a great bondage cover. I love these kind of tropes. Like this is such a typical comic book trope where you got the train coming, you got the girl tied to the train tracks, and the hero has to rescue her just before the train hits. And it's like, doesn't look like it's going to happen. And, you know, is the girl going to get hit by the train? And I think it's a very sexy, you know, cover too. It's just so many things going on for this cover. I just really like this one. And it's, you know, it's a reasonable grade. It's a mid-grade. It presents really well too. Just a beautiful copy. And I think I paid $100 for it. So it was one of those things where they had best offer. Here, I'll take it out of the thing so you can see it a little bit better maybe. Just a really great cover. I mean, she's just really just a very sexy cover too. Just really like it. Crime Under the Border. Just yeah, it says, yeah, I'm just reading it. Okay, just really cool. I just really like that. Super happy to get that in my collection. Finally got a Golden Age Shadow book. Actually I have this book and I picked it up again. This is actually, this is not really, like, this is a different version of it, but this is University, The Angry Years trade paperback. And it just basically collects Frank Cho's Liberty Meadows stories. And this is, like, you know, kind of a cool book. I got really into Liberty Meadows. One of my viewers recommended it, and ever since I've been really into it. I think it's a really great series, highly underrated series. So this is Liberty Meadows, a trade paperback, or University 2. That's the original series, what it was called, because he did it while he was in university. And another kind of art book, I guess it would be considered. This is an artist that I really like, Simon Beasley. And this is just like an art book for him. He does these really kind of busty kind of girls, like very metal girls. Like he did a lot of artwork for heavy metal. And he did a series that I really enjoyed called what is it called? Fists of Blood, or Fistful of Blood. And it's just a really great series. Yeah, so yeah, this is a really, great artist, and I'll show you the back too. His artwork is just really amazing. He also did a lot of stuff for Verotic as well. And I definitely recommend that artist. Like, just a really great artist. I really enjoy his stuff. Okay, so that was the art books, and now we're getting into the second package. And there's a lot of stuff in here. Ugh. Okay, so in the previous video, I showed some Zenoscope book, like a slab. This is some more Zenoscope. So when I was searching that, I ended up finding some other covers that I really liked. This is, and again, this is just purely a cover by, I just like the cover. This is a Zenoscope Oz #5. And I just like this, Wizard of Oz, like cover, homage cover. I just think it's really great. I don't know. I like it, so that's why I bought it. Just purely a cover buy. And I like this one. This one is an homage to another book that I think is great. This is Superman 718. And this is an homage to the first appearance of Bloodsport. So I just think it's kind of interesting. I thought it was funny that they had a female version. So I just thought it was really cool. And I guess her name is Domalicia, or something like that. I don't know. Domalicia, I will say. Okay. And then more homage covers, because I like my homage covers. This is a really great one. This is Marvel Age. And I've been collecting more and more of Marvel Age. I've almost got a bit of a run going. This is Marvel Age #14, and this is like a really great homage to Fantastic Four. And we got a John Byrne is the guy, in the original Fantastic Four, it's the Mole Man coming through the ground. But in this, it's John Byrne, which is, I think it's really funny. So, these Marvel Ages are quite good. A lot of first appearances happened in Marvel Age. So I was picking up a lot of the key issues from Marvel Age. And I just spotted this one, thinking, wow, this is a really cool homage. I like my homage covers. So I always like, those kind of things. This is kind of an homage. I don't know if it's truly an homage, but this one is a really great cover. Again, I was picking up Catwoman covers. And this is like a Mona Lisa homage, I guess. And it's like, what if Mona Lisa was Catwoman kind of idea? This is Catwoman #66. And it's like, I just think it's really cool. You got the Mona Lisa with the cat mask, the cowl, and the whip. I just think it's really cool. So yeah, so that's Catwoman #66. And I was mentioning how I like Simon Beasley, and I just ended up picking up a few books that he did the covers for. So this is Alpha Kings. And I believe actually, whoops. Something fell in the background. Also, I believe Comic Mag Musings actually recommended this book as well. So it was kind of a double for me. He recommended it, and also it is a book that has the cover artist, Simon Beasley, who I really like. So, and it's just a really great cover. Like, you can see, like, it's just like this kind of samurai kind of style cover. It's just really great. One sec here, I gotta clean up things from falling over here. Okay, now one of the things with me is I really like my nostalgia. I gotta find, and one of the shows that I actually really enjoyed as a kid, I guess, like I was a little bit older. This was back in early 90s. Was a show called Dinosaurs, and you got this, it was basically a family. It was almost like the Flintstones, but if they were dinosaurs. And you got the little baby. And the baby always had like a frying pan. I don't know why. Why the baby has a frying pan. But it would. And it would always whack the father. And the father, it would say, not the mama. when it referred to the father. And the father would always try to get the baby to say daddy, you know, and the baby would always say, not the mama, and whack him with the frying pan. It was a great show. It was like so funny. So this is Dinosaurs #1. This is their first appearance in comics. Not an expensive book, but just a bit of nostalgia buy on my part. So I got #1 and I got #2. So this is #2 of that series. And then we got more Simon Beasley stuff. This is, as I said, he does some really cool artwork. This is Simon Beasley's scrapbook. It's kind of a bit of a sexy girl on the cover there. And it's kind of like very Conan the Barbarian-like style guy on the cover as well. So that's kind of cool. And it says, 3 mighty stories, 5 badass pinups, 1 hell of a guy. So I think that's kind of funny. Oh, and then we get some more of The Waking. Here's The Waking. And this is #1. This is the first issue from The Waking. The reason I got into The Waking, just as an aside, was there was, for some reason, Heritage Auctions kept on having that title, the B cover. So they have like a variant cover that's really, really nice. It's like this grave kind of thing. And I ended up picking up later. And it's just a really great cover. And they kept on auctioning it. Like, so it would come up, it'd go for like more than I wanted to spend every time. And I think they must have had a collection of them come up because they were just doing it once a week. So I just kept on seeing it. And after a while, you get kind of curious. So I decided to pick up the series. I think in the previous video, I showed more of these. This is Masterworks series of great comic book artists, #3. And this is Bernie Wrightson. So just another great artist, and this sort of like a collection of their works inside. And I think this is really great. I think the series was only 3 or 4 issues, so this is #3 of that series. The first 2 were to Fazetta, and the third one is to Bernie Wrightson. Okay, the next one, again, more Catwoman. I was picking up a bunch of Catwoman covers. This is Catwoman 68, and I just thought it was a cool cover. Nothing else to explain. nothing special about that book, just a cool cover. Next one is, again, another cover buy. I just really like this cover. This is Wonder Woman 754. I just thought it was a really great cover. Just really like the kind of warlike scene, and it's just really nice. I just like the style too. Something about that one. And then we got this is another homage cover. This is, again, so I pick up a lot of homage covers. This is what is it? Fear Itself, Fantastic Four. Okay, or the Fearsome Four, I should say. So this is like really another homage to Fantastic Four #1, but we got Man-Thing and you know, Howard the Duck, which is really great. And who else do we got? She-Hulk, and yeah, just and it looks like Morbius as well. So it's just kind of funny. I just think it's great. I like these homage covers. And then this is the one that actually Mark had recommended as a cover. This is Wonder Woman 779. And I just thought it was a really great cover. So she did, this is, I think it's Cohen. And I might be wrong. If it says on the cover, it'd be so nice, but it doesn't. But yeah, just a really great cover. I just like the way her lasso is like kind of almost like these like neon lights to it. So that's kind of cool. Okay. And we're getting into, oh, some more Zenoscope. I like this one. I like my sort of sexy girl covers. This is just like sort of a Alice in Wonderland thing, and you got the rabbit in the background. This is Grim Fairy Tales presents Wonderland #1, and it's the D cover. Actually, the A cover is quite pricey for this book, and really hard to come by. So interesting one. And this is one I thought I had in my collection, but I couldn't find, so I just picked up another copy, and it's like It's not in the greatest shape, actually. I'm somewhat disappointed. What grade is it? It says it's a 5.0. I believe it. It's really rough looking. This is Witchblade #1. And it was a book I never had in my collection. So I think I paid $10 to $15 for this, actually, even though it's in pretty rough shape. Probably could have bought it elsewhere cheaper. But I always wanted to have this in my collection, so I just picked it up. And this one is another, just a great cover. This is Avengers number 161. I just really like it for the Scarlet Witch on it. They're being infested with bugs. I just thought it was interesting. Okay, and now we're getting into all the Golden Age stuff. There's a bunch of Golden Age books in here. And these are all... So that we'll start out with Baffling Mysteries. It's just I thought it was a really great Good Girl art cover. So this is number 14, Baffling Mysteries. And it's a low grade, actually. It's very low grade. I think the spine is split. So it's a low grade, but it's a very nice cover. And it was fairly affordable because it is a low grade. It was one where they had best offer, and I gave a low ball offer and they accepted, so I was happy. But it's just a really nice cover. Okay, next one is these are the last 2 issues for this series, and we'll start with the second last issue. This is Exciting Comics. And Exciting Comics used Alex Schomburg artwork for the covers. And these are Alex Schomburg covers, but they're not considered his better stuff because it's not his airbrush stuff. So a lot of the early or mid numbers in Exciting Comics feature Alex Schomburg's airbrush style. And it's just some of the best of his artwork. It's just really great stuff. But these later issues were kind of more of the Western stuff, and also didn't feature his airbrush. It's just more like this style. But so I picked them up, and they're really cheap. They were like 20 bucks. So this is number 67. And the very last issue of that series is number 68. Again, as I said, these are kind of more Western style comics. But I thought, hey, why not? Get the last 2 from the series. I actually have been thinking about creating a run of this book because there's just so many really great Alex Schomburg covers in it, and I've been picking them up gradually. Okay, so the next 3 are all from the same series. This is another series where I'm gradually collecting a run of. This is Nyoka. Nyoka. Thanks. Nyoka. Wow. Why do I always mess up her name? Nyoka. There. I said it right after a million times. And this was a comic series that came from Fawcett, who also created Captain Marvel and all those characters. It was actually based on a real actress. So they had a lot of photo covers. And it's just sort of like, she's like Nyoka, the jungle girl. And it's just, I thought some of the covers were quite nice. Something about the girl I kind of like. She's got that kind of 40s. These are all from like the mid-40s, early 50s. That was number 40, and this is number 72. As again, they have these kind of jungly, she kind of reminds me of like one of those park rangers kind of style costume. So I kind of like them. I don't know. So I've been picking it up. And I thought this was a really sexy cover. This is Nyoka. Nyoka. Wow, I can never say her name correctly. Nyoka, number 77. I just think it's a really great cover. I really like that top that she's wearing. I think it's really great. So, and got the elephants underneath. So really cool. So that's some Golden Age stuff at the very end there. Some really great under the radar kind of books. The Nyokas, they don't cost that much. Like we're talking $10 level, $10 to $20, and for that maybe higher grade. So very affordable. And I just thought they were kind of cool. I like the photo covers, even though Generally, I don't like photo covers, but sometimes I think when they have almost that kind of classic 40s style, I kind of like them. So yeah, so I've been picking up her books lately. So that has been my part 2, I guess the finale. It's not really a finale, it's just like 2 parts, but of this unboxing from Stackry. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave your comments below, and also subscribe to the channel, and you can see more of these kind of videos where I show some random things that I buy and try to give you a bit of insight into why I buy them. So hopefully you enjoy. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.